Hello, WhatCulture viewers. It is your friendly neighborhood Dash Ireland coming to you here from WhatCulture. Of course, I'm repeating myself. Bleh. But yeah, and of course, as always, this is my podcast, Dash's Call. And you might be able to tell in my voice, I'm actually got a little bit more pep in my step. And that deals with today's episode. But before we get started, of course, we have to go through the whole shtick where I tell you that if you want more content and you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, comment for suggestions and what have you, and give our videos some likes. We can always go with some more viewers, more subscribers, and we would love that. And of course, I haven't made a video in a while because there have been so many things going on in my life. Like I've had to deal with work, class workloads because it's just hectic, and I've kind of been very tired as I've been losing sleep. But anyways, things are a lot happier. And as we go into this episode, we've always got the song of the week whenever I do these videos. And our song of the week is Fall For You by Secondhand Serenade. The reason why I'm picking a song that's from so long ago is because it's actually a song that my girlfriend introduced me to because I was at her place and it came up on our radio playlist while we were playing Call of Duty, and it just comes on and I just instantly love it. Instead of asking her what the song was, I Shazam it. She's like, she's like, I could have told you what that was, babe. But I'm like, eh. I had no good response to that, but thing is, Fall For You by Secondhand Serenade is a great song, and that song nearly makes me cry because it hits me hard. Anyways, on to this episode. What is our episode, you might ask? Well, if you didn't read about the title, it's called The Power of Positivity. And as you've known me in the past videos I've done, I've been a real pessimist. But I used to think pessimism was the way to go. Like, that's the true way to see the world, but it isn't. Things actually do look up. Because I used to be suicidal, ultimately depressed. I mean, I still face depression, but it's not as bad because I've adopted a new worldview. I used to disguise my pessimism as realism, but I've never thought more realistically than now, and that there is a true power of positivity, that it has much greater effects than pessimism. Like I said, I used to think the idea of like there's no love or that uh everything is out to screw you. It's not. Okay. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna admit to my shortcomings where I've been too much of a pessimist on this channel, but I am bringing new light here. Uh, but the dangers of pessimism is you don't know exactly what you're doing to other people as well as yourself. The more you go diving deeper into pessimism, the more you're locking yourself into this worldview that is not healthy because while you think it's solid in your worldview, it's not a definitive fact of the world. And this is where me and my brother contrast because my brother is more pessimistic than I am. And I think it's because he's in the same place where I used to be. And it would be great if he could get out of that. But he's like, oh, college students don't know stress, or you're this or you're that. He thinks in that way. Meanwhile, as I go on through life, and I'm younger than my brother, but as I go on in life, I'm learning so many things, and my worldviews are being crushed to pieces every day. I'm learning new stuff, I'm adopting new stuff, and assimilating it into my mind. And that causes evolution. And it shows how smart you are, because basically, if you can't adapt to the world, you're not necessarily smart. In a sense of worldviews and thoughts and cultures and whatnot, if you can't adapt, you can't evolve. If you can't it's not necessarily strength or whatnot that determines um, your survival. It's how smart you are. That's how I've always seen it. And with how it like really just puts your brain in this really messed up place, pessimism affects others. Because with a pessimist, you're always in that bad mood. You just can't say anything. You don't want to talk to anybody. Yet, you never know what possibilities you have. You really don't. Instead of locking yourself away from others or whatnot, be more open. I'm not saying be open as given every waking detail of your life. I'm talking just don't be afraid to talk to someone. Don't be afraid to make new friends. Because I used to think that it was hokey what my grandparents would tell me, either at church or just in general. They say, hey, smile, or hey, go say hi to that person. I used to never want to do that, but now I'm like, you know what? There's actually some truth to that. I think that if I talk to them, I can brighten their day. So now I can tell. And I'm still ignorant. I used to be ignorant about this, but considering that my grandparents are older and much wiser than me, they've got a lot more truth to what they have to say. And why do I say don't be afraid to talk to people? Was because that's how I met my girlfriend. Because I was just on a weekend, I was by myself, standing listening to music. I get a knock on my door. Surely enough, she's there. And she recognizes me listening to Shinedown. And we hit it off from there, and now we're in a relationship. And I must say, I love it. And it's helped me be a lot more optimistic. It's really helped me out. And I think that if you're not afraid to knock on that door, you never get to that opportunity. Because, as it's always said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Be positive. Don't be afraid to take a shot. If there's a girl you like, take the shot to ask her out or get to know her. Or there's some people you know that you don't quite know that you'd like to be friends with. Ask to hang out with them. They shouldn't lock you out. If they find you cool, the more the merrier. That's how I see it. And you do all these things, you allow yourself, you're going to make yourself happier. Because since you're more open, or not, it's just that. And in general, another thing that makes you more optimistic is accepting who you are. There are many things that I used to hate about myself, even my mind. But really, as time has gone on, time has healed those wounds and whatnot. But there is a lot of danger to pessimism, and it's better to be a little bit more optimistic. But I can't say you should be totally optimistic. I think you need a balance between optimism and pessimism to make realism. Because if you're too optimistic, your head is always in the clouds. And to me, I think it's good to stay grounded. Because if you're in pessimism, you're in a hole. If you're totally in optimism, you're in the sky. But if you're in realism, you're standing on the ground, standing for yourself. That is my message. And the thing is, if you're not feeling it, or you don't want to be the happy guy to all the people, here's the thing that teachers are taught. You have to be a good actor. You don't want to show your vulnerability. I mean, it's good to show vulnerability towards family and whatnot, but if you want to brighten a person's day and give yourself something to give you a smile or something like that for the day, or just warm your heart with a good deed, don't let your negative energy affect the people around you. I'm guilty of that. I was guilty of that. Like, I used to just be ticked off at the world. I'm pretty sure I was bringing my friends down with it. But the thing is now, with pure optimism, when people see the energy of optimism, they're going to gravitate towards it and they're going to absorb some of it and then they just reflect it. That's what helps make the world a better place. Don't reflect negativity, emit positivity, because it does have an impact. I know being an actor sucks because you're having to do something that's not you. But the thing is, a lot of depressed people, people with depression, they know that they don't want other people being depressed because it obviously sucks. So they try to do their best to help others. I mean, yeah, I wasn't, I'm not that type of depressed person because I'm just a little too true about who I am and what I feel. I would just be going to classes with a smug look, basically the RBF, the resting bitch face. And I would just have the body language that I don't want to talk to anyone or do anything with anyone. But that's changing. I'm open to new opportunities and whatnot. I must say, if I wasn't taking on a more positive role, if I didn't decide to be a little more brighter in who I am, I don't think I would have entered a relationship with my girlfriend. I feel that because like back then, previous relationships I had, I was a little too negative, or um, I wasn't really thinking about others. I was just thinking about myself because I was trying to rush into a relationship because of attachment anxiety. But I find that having taken on a more positive role and being brighter has opened a new window in my life. I really feel it. So where would you go with positivity? It's infinite. You can do so many great things in your life. And the impacts, you might not know all the impacts you have on people. And your family and friends you would know, they would be much, they'd be really happy and whatnot. All that stuff. So you really never know where you're going with positivity. I'm not saying be positive all the time. I'm not saying be negative all the time, but you got to balance. But most of the time, I do think you should be positive so you can have people gravitate towards that energy that you emit. That's how I see it. And yeah, I think I got done with the message a bit early. But yeah, it's definitely something that you should think about if you're listening to this episode. And I guess this is ushering a new era into the videos I make with Dash's call. But there's definitely that. Oh, I guess we can get into some other topics. Since you know me as a once, the new Twice comeback came on Monday or yesterday, and I thought it was a little bit underwhelming, but it actually answered some wishes. It continued on the mature concept that they've been doing, and it actually has time for lyrics to like focus on each vocal tone of each member. So I can definitely say I like that. And if you like Twice or don't know what Twice is, go to the videos. Oh, and today Shinedown is releasing the music video for Attention Attention, and I'm excited, except when they debut it at 11 a.m., which is also when this episode is premiering, basically. I won't get to see it because I'll be in class. I'll have to wait till I'm at my lunch. That's just my luck. It really is. But if you're a Shinedown fan, you're like me. Can't wait for a new music video. And I'm not just like that towards Shinedown Twice. Other bands that I love, I'm so excited for music videos. Like Godsmack, Foo Fighters, The Offspring, which we haven't seen anything from The Offspring in like 4 years-ish. But really, all this new music video stuff, I am excited. I would have had Spencer on for this video, but some scheduling conflicts and whatnot have forced me to make this video on my own, but surely enough, I will have guests. I will. But for right now, I'm going to leave you with this. Don't be afraid to knock on the door of opportunity. Don't be afraid to emit the positive energy. Even when you're feeling down, when you don't feel it at all, be positive. Emit an energy that people will gravitate towards too. Emit an energy that people will absorb and reflect. Something that helps make us better as a people. That's something I'll leave you with. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. If you got any ideas for videos or just stuff in general for WhatCulture to do, comment. And if you like, share this video. But don't share it if you have cruel intentions. Share it if you want to spread the positivity. That's what I gotta say. I know in the future I do plan on doing more music history videos like Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold, but that takes up some time and I still have to do work. But I will get to it. I will make more videos. But because of prior commitments that are in, this is all I've had time to do. So I have been Dash Island from WhatCulture, and you have been listening to Dash's Call. We'll see you next time.